Hello, everyone. What's going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome back to the TNT Podcast episode. Oh, shit.
67.
Okay,
oh, there
cool.
we go.
I thought that's what it was, but I wasn't sure.
Because we just got finished executing Order 66 last week.
That's right.
That's
right.
The only reason I remember the episode number this week. Never again. Actually, no, in 2 weeks we'll remember the episode number.
We are back and don't have a... Well, we have a bunch of little stories this week that we probably won't go off on many tangents.
No promises.
Oh, almost forgot. On my right...
Oh, this is Friedman, also known as Andrew, but mostly known as Friedman.
And on my left...
just Tyler.
And yeah, so we're just gonna blow through a bunch of short news stories and then get to Freeman's. We're gonna make up for not doing Freeman's topic last week by doing it this week.
Yeah, we don't want Freeman to be like me and lose out on this topic.
Oh my god.
So many.
It's fine. Anyway, Tyler, don't go to sleep because we're only going to talk about Magic for literally 2 minutes because there's nothing really to talk about here.
I'm surprised you even added it. Honestly, there was more drama in the Magic community this week, and I'm just like, I can't even give a shit.
I don't want to get into it. Most of it was about Next to Fate, but we went off about that last week. I'm not talking about it. But the thing I am talking about.
Oh no, I meant did you hear about the pre-release thing?
Are you talking about the London one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to deal with that.
Okay, fine.
I don't know about the listeners of our podcast.
I'll add it to the end. I'll add it. Right. Just go ahead with this thing.
So one of the designers who everyone loves, Mark Rosewater, he is always hyping up shit on his
Tumblr
account, and he mentions that
hold on, Tumblr?
Yes.
No, he uses Tumblr literally just for fan interaction. Format. It's literally a place where people send him questions and he answers them publicly. It's not. He literally posts nothing crazy or does it for anything.
All right, sure. Continue.
So he started briefly hyping up this set that's going to come out. I'm guessing it's in the spring, where they usually do a lot more experimental products. So stuff like Battle Bond. I think Conspiracy also falls in this category. And it's taking the spot of what used to be the Masters reprint sets, which we went off about a couple episodes ago that they said they're not doing again. But the important thing that I saw from this was that Morrow said that modern players are going to be very happy about this. And this can mean a number of things. We know that if they might do another reprint focus set, but not a master set, there are a lot of theories that they might start printing cards directly into modern. All of these are possible, some less likely, but all I know is that if he wouldn't say that modern players are going to like this unless there was an actual reason that there was a modern connection. So even if it's a letdown, I'm genuinely curious to see what they're doing with this. That said, it's going to be a while till we actually hear about it. So.
Yeah, it is. The only thing I could add to that in terms of what it might be, there is another option. So up until now, every set that was a supplemental product is... So, because the idea of legacy and vintage formats is they cover all sets that have ever existed. And legacy just has a much bigger ban list than modern than vintage does. So that's why the formats look so different. But up until now, every supplemental product, including Commander, Conspiracy, Battle Bond, when it gets printed, the only formats it's legal in is Legacy, Vintage, and Commander, and technically any sub thing that people care about.
Pauper, I don't know.
Yeah, Pauper too. That's another big one, actually. But not Modern and Standard, because Standard is only standard legal sets, and then those are legal everywhere. And then supplemental products are legal everywhere but Modern and Standard. So I wonder if maybe they're going to say this supplemental product is Modern legal and forward, but it's still going to be something like a Conspiracy or Battle Bond or something.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say about printing things directly into Modern would be
right,
this is their way of doing it.
But I don't think it's going to be like just a set that's like a standard set, but is of different power level and legal in Modern.
Oh yeah, no way. Not since Commander's Arsenal have they produced a set that wasn't meant to be drafted.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something everyone needs to remember. They're never going to do a non-draftable set again.
So this is basically going to be some weird thing that floats between true supplemental products and standard legal sets, and is somehow going to put something on. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, that's really all there is about it. He just mentioned it the one time. Also, Freeman, I don't know if you watched Gavin Verhey. He's another very popular designer at Wizards. He actually has the role of product it's not designer, but it's like product visionary almost. He's done a lot of the commander designs and everything like that. He actually did an interview with one of the biggest MTG YouTubers called The Professor a little while ago. Freeman, did you watch that?
No, I didn't see the interview.
Oh, it was super good. But he said that there is a lot of stuff coming for modern players this year, and they recognize that reprints are important, and that they really recognize that modern players are a big deal. So,
fucking good. All right.
The only other thing I wanted to mention, this is pretty fresh because in the last day, Wizards. So Tyler, you never got to go to one, but you know what a pre-release is, right? You've heard us use the term before.
I've been to a pre-release for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Same thing.
Well, you know what it is then.
You play the cards.
I am aware.
For those who don't know, pre-releases are one of the biggest things every few months that happens at local game stores, and it's one of the biggest reasons to know where one is if you're into Magic. A week before the official launch date of the set, when it goes on sale at Walmart, online, and actually can be bought in stores, stores are given product for something called a pre-release, where you go and you build what is called a sealed deck out of a box that contains 6 packs, a spin-down dice, and maybe 1 or 2 other little knick-knack things. And that's what pre-release is. It's one of the biggest events for a new set. It's one of the things where it's exclusively for local game stores to bring people in, sell stuff, and get people involved in the community. It's one. I haven't gone to one since Freeman and Leslie came out for the Ixalan pre-release that we went to at my store here in Ohio before it closed. But it's one of the biggest things out there. Wizards just yesterday, in like a tweet thread, stated that the Mythic Championship, which is the new Grand Prix Pro Tour thing, in London is happening the same weekend as pre-release. And the reason this is shitty is because all the they're actually just like 2 hours ago, a whole bunch of LGSs in southern England near London all collectively posted a public letter to Wizards asking them to move the date or give them a pre-release a week early, because this will devastate their pre-release numbers in England. Like, these stores that rely on these big events to keep them afloat are now being massively undercut by this one event, sucking everybody away from the upcoming set, who would normally go to the store and, well, we already put a few $100 into like a hotel, maybe plane tickets or transportation. We're going to this event. Oops, Wizards suddenly announced that pre-release is happening that weekend. Well, we're gone and we committed this money. Can't go to our store then. It's just kind of shitty. Wizards has had this horrible communication lately where they just can't they can't communicate to save their fucking lives at this point, it seems like. It's really bad. Like this whole thing with, we mentioned it last week, like the video coverage being dropped, but no one knows what the actual details are, but Wizards just is saying nothing. Same thing with this. Wizards just casually drops the news that and they're doing pre-release events at the Grand Prix, which means it's cool that people who go can still do pre-release and stuff, but the stores who actually rely on the money and people coming in and doing stuff are just going to get fucking destroyed. So that's more shitty stuff from, again, like I said last week, Wizards is a company that's great at making Magic. They can't do anything else around Magic correctly.
Yeah, they're really bad at marketing this thing.
But let's move on to an even bigger shit show.
Yeah, let's move on to So yesterday, Disney was like, all right, it's Monday. Let's just take a shit on the internet. Let's do it. And they decided, let's release the 1-minute Aladdin teaser, and let's finally show off what blue Will Smith looks like. And I don't think anyone's happy about this.
I'm not happy about it.
Did you guys see the Photoshop of him as Goro from Mortal Kombat?
Oh, I was gonna say, did you see the Photoshop of him as Sonic?
No.
Oh my God,
holy shit.
That one.
I gotta find
this
one.
shit posting.
With him on the live action Sonic poster.
Yes, the live action
Sonic.
Hold on. Will Smith, Genie, Sonic.
True.
But the thing that no one's really upset about, and I don't like this, is they destroyed what Jafar's character. Jafar's supposed to be this like creepy old advisor who totally wants to just bang the king's daughter, and now Jafar's like some dude in his 30s who sounds kind of nasally.
Yeah, most of the comments on the Reddit post that got to like the top of Reddit were like, man, Will Smith looks fucking weird, but Jafar sounds like a bitch.
Jafar sounds like a bitch.
Like, he may look stupid. I feel like Will Smith is gonna be just Will Smith as Genie, which I don't think is like the worst thing in the universe. There could be worse. But if like Jafar's a shitty villain, it's really gonna kill this movie for me.
Yeah. Like, I mean, aside from Genie, like the other memorable character was really Jafar and like maybe Iago. Gilbert Gottfried.
No way in hell Gilbert Gottfried is voicing the character.
No, you want to know why he's so under the radar? He's playing at the Randolph Diner in April.
He's doing what?
What?
He is performing. Gilbert Gottfried is performing comedy at a local diner.
Oh my god.
Diner's gonna be packed, yo.
You guys, like, for real, and they're only $40 a ticket.
I feel like it's worth it to see him. He's a pretty funny dude.
He is fun. I might actually go see him legitimately. I'm like, yo, please make your Iago voice. I mean, just do your Gilbert Gottfried thing.
It shattered the illusion when I realized that's not actually his normal speaking voice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, there's a recording. Since he's good friends with Howard Stern, he calls into the show a lot. But he called his personal phone, and they played a voicemail that he recorded. And Gilbert Gottfried's normal voice just sounds like your average dude in the street. This is just his like, I'm yelling comedian voice, and it blew my mind. Huh. I thought that there was just this guy out there who has this Iago voice 24/7.
No, you can't, dude. There's no way. There's no way he would have lived.
I don't know. I met Jewish grandmothers who sound similar enough that I thought it could be real.
No, jeez, is that why it's funny? Is because it's like a man?
It just sounds like a high pitched like Jewish woman complaining all like that's who Iago is. He's just complaining all the time.
Oh shit! Oh man, it's gonna be shit show, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no interest at all.
It's gonna be so bad. And you know what? I had some hope. I was like, because when they showed him on the cover of Entertainment Weekly like a couple months ago, Will Smith, I'm talking about,
didn't look that bad. And then you saw him in the darkness. It's like, whoa.
It's like, honestly, it's like whatever. Like, this is just a costume. It doesn't like actually represent him. But now I'm like, maybe you should just go back, or better yet, get Sinbad to do it. He already played a genie. Oh no, was it Sinbad, or am I thinking of Shaq? Wait, who was Shazam?
That was Shaq.
Oh god,
that was Shaq. Yo, get Shaq in here. I am Shazam, and then have him come out of a boombox, dude. This will be great. It's Aladdin for the new age.
I know it's not exactly related, but have you guys seen the trailer for the Shaft movie starring Samuel L. Jackson?
Wait, no, before we go on, he's got to come out of a fucking vape apparatus. Smoking everything. Alright, I'm done.
Oh my god.
Movie companies, you can pay me your money when you're ready. But new Shaft, though.
I just saw it on YouTube because it showed up, and I was like, who the fuck is Shaft going to be in this trailer? And then Samuel L. Jackson walks in.
Oh, playing Shaft again?
Yeah. Again? Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he played Shaft back in, like...
Dude, I don't fucking know.
2000-something. Well, yeah, because you don't watch, like...
yeah,
what are
you going to say, Tom?
Movies. You don't watch those movies.
What do you...
Yo, I mean, you're not missing much. I haven't seen Shaft either, though. But tell me, for any of you African American listeners out there, tell me. I know you've seen Pootie Tang, and I know you've seen Friday.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you guys don't know because you're white. Trust me, walk up to any black person and they will tell you, like, hey, have you seen Friday? And they'll be like, hell yeah, and they think you're cool as fuck. But then you tell them, like, oh, I haven't seen Friday. I just was told to ask you. Then they'll be upset.
So I know only because we've had this conversation before, and you told me to ask the one black guy who works at my company, Tyler.
Did you?
No, I was gonna say he left our company last week.
Damn.
So
See,
we
you
now
should
have
have
no
asked
black
him.
people.
Should have asked him. It's fine. It's like my office. I'm like, as funny as it is, because I'm only half. I am the only person of color in my office.
I'm a
Anyway.
rarity. A majority of my staff is Indian, so I'm the minority.
Oh, boy.
that does make sense.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
does
god.
make sense.
Before
We
we
were-
turn this off, I love watching movies with bad naming schemes, and Shaft definitely has it. You have Shaft, Shaft's big score, Shaft in Africa, followed by Shaft, followed by Shaft. So 3 of the 5 have the same name. And
Yeah, it's all pretty. It's all pretty.
I mean,
shit.
that's how the song goes. They just yell Shaft every few seconds.
That's literally the thing. The only thing people remember about Shaft is
The
Isaac
song.
Hayes. It's not even fucking Shaft. It's literally just Isaac Hayes singing Shaft. Damn right. And that's it. That's literally it. No one knows what the fucking show's about. Actually, like maybe ask my dad, but I even can guarantee he didn't know.
Is
So
this
anyway,
next story a real thing?
Yeah, no,
movies.
so I wanted to spell the rumors. So 3 days ago, a bunch of different headlines were all reporting that Bill and Ted 3, and for anyone who hasn't watched the Bill and Ted movie series, it's
Nope.
Keanu Reeves at his finest. So Bill and Ted 3 is rumored to be in production, and there were a bunch of articles going out saying they were filming in Arizona starting, I think it was like March 28th. Not even 2 hours later, the original article says, edit, we've received confirmation that it's not filming in Arizona and it's not filming in March. But the
Damn.
problem is every
Okay.
other site on the internet was reporting
Too
with
late.
that site as their original
Ugh.
source, so it got spread around. So for anyone who's excited to know that Bill and Ted 3 is recording in March, it's not recording in March, but they did confirm it is actually in production and the filming is being planned at the moment. So just
Interesting.
wait, we're gonna get that real confirmation real soon. It's gonna be excellent. It's not gonna be bogus. It's gonna be most triumphant.
I just have never seen either of the first two. I know the shot of Keanu doing like the air guitar, and that's about it.
Oh, you can skip the second one, but you absolutely must watch the first one. It is
Okay.
it's a piece of
Well,
80s
there's-
film history.
There's Keanu movies that me and Val need to watch more than
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna recommend you
Mhm.
watch this
See,
first.
Tyler
Because
Point Break.
Tyler.
Um,
Wow.
Speed.
Hey, I saw Speed a
49
bunch when I was a kid.
47 Ronin.
the
Never
Matrix
seen that.
trilogy.
The Matrix trilogy. Oh, the list goes on.
Anyway, yeah, but that's it for the Bill and Ted rumors.
Okay.
Always check your news sources, and that's become a theme later.
So this
news.
next news story is kind of good, but then the twist ending is what's really good about it. Although the twist ending isn't listed here, so maybe you guys didn't see that headline. So
No, I
Apex
didn't.
Legends launched. We talked about last week how it killed Titanfall, and then how live on air it didn't kill Titanfall anymore. Apex Legends is the new Fortnite. Here we go.
Called
It-
Fortnite.
It already surpassed League and Fortnite at one point on Twitch. What is it? 24 million accounts created in the first week or something. 2 million active players already hit at one point. Okay,
Damn.
we got the next one. But if anything else, this just confirms that PUBG is dead as shit.
Well, yeah, dude, PUBG's been fucking dead, dude.
Look, there was a
It's
huge
gotten
barrier
better.
to stop people from playing PUBG. You know what that barrier was? It was $29.99.
Yep, and now here's the... they finally figured it out. Here's the other free alternative to Fortnite that's actually good. Like,
Yes.
just take Titanfall, strip out some of the more intense movement, and make it a fucking battle royale, and bam. Now you converted Titanfall into real dollars instead of ghost dollars.
Damn.
See, so that's how it was. But then, so also EA got a stock bump because of this. That sucks.
Well, I want to talk
'cause-
about the story at EA because they were about to face like the Activision Blizzard scenario where your
Oh,
stock
yeah.
is in the shitter and you're going to make bad decisions. So EA last week they had announced that their quarter four earnings were down on every single game, everything underperformed, but most notably Battlefield was like 1 million short of their projected like average. Like,
Good.
not even the max. So Battlefield shit the bed. Investors start dropping them, and this was the best thing that for Apex Legends, their whole marketing strategy was we're not going to talk about it until it's being released. Because they we mentioned this last week. The director said like it's an EA game with microtransactions. People are going to like ream us out for this. So let's just
Good.
release the game and let the game do the advertising. And it did great. And EA's stock has almost completely bounced back up to where it was before, and now everyone's super happy because the big platform that does include microtransactions is now under the EA umbrella instead of Epic Games. So that's finance at work. But Tim,
Look at that.
I mean, it's not like Fortnite's dead, so they're both just raking it in.
Yeah.
The twist ending I wanted to say that is great news about this is I saw today on Reddit there has been a massive uptick in Titanfall 2 multiplayer servers.
Whoa,
the multiplayer was basically dead for Titanfall 2, and now it looks like even if it's 1%, it looks like a fair number of people are playing Apex Legends, enjoying it, and going back to try Titanfall 2.
To understand the lore.
Well, also
that was a little unexpected, I'm not going to lie.
Or
I wouldn't have expected because from what I've heard, Apex Legends really is like a stripped down version of Titanfall 2's movement and maneuverability. Like, you can slide on the ground, but in Titanfall 2, you can fucking double jump, you can run on the walls, you can do all this sick shit. You can have the Titans, obviously. Like, so it kind of makes sense. It's kind of this cool evolution until there's if we get later in the year another Titanfall game. This is actually really cool that Titanfall 2 is still so fucking good that if people want to go to play Apex Legends and like how the game works, but don't love the the Battle Royale, here's a game that's probably only like $10 at this point that you can just go and actually do real multiplayer in this great campaign.
So you were super pessimistic last week, and I was trying to tell you that if this goes well, this may be the green light they need from EA to go make Titanfall 3.
Well,
so I think
our
odds of seeing a sequel are much higher now that Apex is doing
but we had already heard last week live on the show that EA confirmed that there was a, quote, premium Titanfall product coming later this year. We just don't know what it was, but it certainly helps that this is doing really well.
Well, I mean, they told us 3 wasn't in development a minute before that announcement.
Yeah, but that's how we started. But then while we were doing the show, I went on Reddit, and there was more lines of that interview where he said there is a premium product coming this year. It's not confirmed to be 3.
It's not 3.
Well, no one knows what it is. It might be 3. It could be 3.
He said it's not 3.
He said this is not a mode in 3. I don't think everyone...
He thought I said 3 is not in development and wanted to spell that rumor. And that was the opening to his interview about Apex Legends.
Well, no, the rumor was that this was part of Titanfall 3 that was stripped out to be a battle royale. It's all irrelevant. It's all irrelevant. This is delving into the past, and it really doesn't.
Stupid.
Titanfall, there's a premium product coming this year. If it's Titanfall 3, that's amazing because Titanfall 2 is so good. Apex Legends is killing it and is looking like the next PUBG Fortnite rival. So this probably also means the death of the Black Ops version. Remember there was a time where the Battle Royale in the new Black Ops game was pretty up, blackout mode or whatever. Like that
it's still popular.
Like when it launched, it was taken away from Fortnite a bit, but then it bounced back. I don't know if I think it's still like what's the term I'm looking for? Like most popular casual mode. But I don't know. I don't see these numbers.
I don't know. No one has the numbers. The only real numbers is what does Twitch look like.
Let's go to the board.
What, live?
Let's see.
Are we going? Oh my god, do I get to look at
live?
There was one streamer had 120,000 viewers earlier this week, and he switched from playing Fortnite to playing Apex in the middle of his stream. So that wasn't people suddenly deciding to watch different games. That's people watching an individual personality jump from game to game.
Apex Legends is pretty high.
608K viewers right now, while Fortnite's only 100 and League is 121.
Man, these are all rookie numbers.
Holy shit.
Hold on, how much is the Crunchyroll? The Crunchyroll Marathon's doing... Oh, fuck, I was supposed to talk about this week. They're in the middle of laid back camp, and they have only 800 viewers right now. This is a shame.
What?
Damn, Overwatch only has 7,000 viewers.
That's as many as Resident Evil 2. Damn.
Resident Evil 2 is a... Oh, man.
Although, you know what, the real...
League is coming back in like 2 weeks.
Considering what we were just talking about, fucking PUBG 3.4K.
Yeah, it's a dead game.
That's fucking savage.
We know.
Yeah.
We know it's a dead game.
No,
You
but
know?
I mean, like you said, Freeman, it really is like this guy Shroud, 169K viewers on
Yep.
Apex Legends. That's more than any game has on Twitch other than Apex Legends. That's one dude. And then I'm sure if like maybe Ninja's also doing, I don't even know.
No, he's also doing it. He's on right now, actually.
I'm trying to navigate Twitch without getting
Ninja,
bullshit.
the king of Fortnite, is not.
Well, that's what I can tell you. We're here.
Seagulls,
Yeah,
best
look.
Overwatch player, Apex Legends. Jesus
No, you know what else it is? Twitch Rivals is having their Apex Legends part of the whatever tournament right now. There's like a Twitch Rivals tournament, but there's 169, 80K, 52, 45, 20. Look, Dr. Disrespect, Ninja, and Shroud are like the big people, and Summit 1G. Summit. So yeah, Summit 1G. Those are like the biggest streamers I've heard of who bounce between these games, and they are all in this Twitch Rivals thing on Twitch right now for Apex Legends.
Nah, you know why this fucking game is still garbage? No fucking robots I can get in.
Well, that's why you go play Titanfall 2, and now you can get into a multiplayer game because people are playing that game again.
People are playing that game again.
Dude, I would.
Should.
Yo, Tyler, if you want to fucking. Oh wait, you don't have it for PC, do you?
I mean, I can easily just purchase it.
Tyler, I would
have a job.
happily fucking boot up
save your money.
Titanfall 2 again and on PC and fucking play some of that shit.
Freeman's like,
Nah, fiscal responsibility.
Nah, spend money. It's $10 and that game's amazing.
That's like 10 McChickens.
Speaking
Jesus
of games, Freeman, why don't you talk about this? Because I know you put this here.
All right, so fun shit is happening tomorrow. They announced the Nintendo Direct, and I love this because we go week to week with everyone going, oh man, next week is going to be the Nintendo Direct. But Nintendo doesn't announce them until 40 hours in advance. So we're on like week 16 of hyping up this Nintendo Direct that wasn't going to happen. And it turns out right now it's going to happen. So tomorrow we have a Nintendo Direct. As per usual, we have no fucking clue what it's going to be about. I can guarantee you the second Smash DLC character in the fighter pack is going to get announced. You got Square Enix tweeting about this, which means that Sora for Smash might be a real thing. I hope that happens.
Oh my god! I thought wasn't the list leaked a while ago?
I didn't see it, but there's been leaks all 16 weeks that people are talking about this like made up Nintendo Direct. There's another leak list that's just a bunch of bullshit that wasn't in the last one. But the wish list right now is we know Metroid's off the table because they've restarted development. But the wish list is if they bring up Pokemon or they bring up Animal Crossing. One of those two I'm like really hoping they decide to talk about.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the Metroid thing, did we?
No, we didn't. It kind of fell under the
basically
rug.
Just what was it? Last week Nintendo announced that hey, Metroid Prime 4 is getting restarted because we're not happy where development is and we're switching studios, so
pretty much
a few more years.
They're going back to the studio that was responsible for Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. Now, that said, the director and staff are different, but it is the same studio. But yeah, Nintendo was willing to say to people, like, we're not going to talk about it for a while because we're essentially starting over from square one because we want to make sure that this is up to our standard.
Which is
a
fucking ballsy announcement. Like, what other companies ever said that?
I know, and I'm glad they got positive feedback for this because I would much rather Nintendo be more transparent. Now, they've gone down the route of not talking about games a lot until they're like actually ready to show it off, which means that a lot of Nintendo's presentations end up feeling way more polished than they should be. But it also means that for a good chunk of the year, you have no idea what's coming out. We have no clue what Nintendo has in plan for Switch until like 2 months before that game is set to come out. Like, I'm trying to remember, like, it was only like 4 or 5 months before Smash came out when they like announced the whole thing with all the characters in it. Like, up until that point, no one knew anything about this game other than that it might be being developed by someone. But that was it. That was all we knew. And that's what we know about Animal Crossing and Pokemon. So I'm hoping we get like maybe
it's
something
somewhere
about one of those. Hopefully,
somewhere those games exist, but you don't get to know about it.
Right? Like we know Pokemon's in development, but like the question is it close to being shown off?
Fuck off! No way.
Because it's Pokemon, so it doesn't come out until October. That's just like the golden rule, or maybe November. I forget what the release date is. But
so what you're saying is you'll hear about it in August or September.
The thing is, Pokemon's a little different because the Pokemon company likes to do these like 30-second teasers every other week of some bullshit mechanic in the game. Like I remember when X and Y came out, they had like a video for here's the fucking Z dances, and then that was it. That was the whole trailer, and they're like, oh, look at this legendary, look how cool it is. Oh, look, he's got an alternate form next week. Mega Mewtwo X. Like, they will like trickle out these details to like just get everyone excited. And I used to like, at first I was watching these videos, and then I made the mistake of watching them at work, and it was always fine because I would turn on the video and then I'd mute it. But then the Nintendo company had this brilliant idea that from now on, the opening second of their animation, instead of having Pikachu running on screen and saying his name, it's just going to open with Pikachu yelling his name way louder than the rest of the video. So I click on this link and I only have a second to close it before my phone is blaring out Pika at max volume.
You got to remember to fucking pre-mute.
Fucking teasers at work anymore.
Yeah, you gotta pre-mute just in case NSFW shit
now
comes
I do.
up.
That's what we're doing at work. Anyway, let's switch off Nintendo. I originally wanted to transition to PlayStation. You want to do Blizzard Activision first?
Fuck it. Just do the bad news, whatever.
The bad news, Blizzard Activision, what we all love so much.
Remember when Freeman said 5 minutes ago that EA was going the way of Blizzard and Activision? Well, here you go.
Because this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, and despite them, breaking records.
Let's talk about the news story first of all. They announced they're cutting 8% of their staff. About 800 people.
I was leading into that.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were moving away from it already.
No, what the fuck?
What?
No.
Why?
No. Like I thought you were going to start giving your opinion about it before explaining what the news
was.
Oh
no, I was saying, despite like them having a fucking really good year, they're laying off like a lot of people.
No, they didn't. They had a terrible year.
Yeah, why would
they said they earned a lot last year.
No, they did not.
Are you sure it wasn't like a lot of money? But
all the stuff I'm reading says that they made like slightly more than what they did last year. That Q4 like wasn't
current
great.
Like projections. That was why they dropped. Like, go look at their stock price.
Eliminating.
I don't look at stocks.
You got it. Like, there's a whole market behind gaming. So you look at their.
Okay, hold on.
Quarter 3 reports come out in November, and that's when they started dropping.
I'm looking at Kotaku. Here's a quote from the earnings call. Once again, from Bobby Kotick. Once again, achieved record results in 2018. And that's the end of the quote. So that's all this article says. Some teams are some staffing levels are out of proportion with our current release slate. That means we need to scale down some areas of our organization.
Wait, there was a quote with him saying, even like, it's like, yo, we did pretty good this year, but like, nah, it's not what we did not live up to our expectations.
I'll put it this way.
Here it is. I found it, Tyler.
I complain a lot about UPS. There was one year we were pushing 130 as our stock price. We go into our investor call and we say, yeah, like we projected 8% growth this year, but we only hit 5%. And you know what they did? They all sold their stock and we lost a third of our value overnight because we missed 3% of a projected earning. Investors are really fickle.
Investors are.
But the problem is that drives the salary of the executive. So their whole incentive is driven around these really fickle investors.
So here's the quote you were talking about, Tyler. While our financial results for 2018 were the best in our history, we didn't realize our full potential. To help us reach our full potential, we have made a number of important leadership changes. These changes should enable us to achieve the many opportunities, blah, 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 blah.
For the record, this refers to hiring a lot of the legacy Blizzard management. Which was
hiring or firing?
Oh, firing, which is why they're regarded as a bad move.
Yeah, so I'm sure that, I mean, it sounds exactly like what you were saying, Freeman. They probably had a quote and they didn't hit it, and they're like, you know what would help this number? If we laid some people off from Blizzard and then said, Blizzard, make more fucking video games that aren't this shitty Diablo mobile game.
Well, no, that's what they're doing. No, they're focusing more for Diablo and Call of Duty because Destiny is leaving.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, that also got announced at roughly the same
know what?
time.
You're totally right. That's part of it. Even though they had a record year, Destiny was probably a chunk of that. And they're like, well, Destiny's gone, so actually our year ahead looks like fucking garbage. Whoops.
And apparently Destiny left. I kept reading it, and it was, some of the articles, because I just read a couple just to make sure they were all on the same page with that. Destiny left, they were supposed to leave apparently, but they left earlier than what they were supposed to.
Nice.
They got out super early.
I don't blame them.
Because Bungie's like, yo, fuck this shit, we're out.
Man, remember when we had Microsoft on our side and we were like, we're gonna stop making Halo games and go throw ourselves at these assholes?
Hey,
Look,
man.
that was a mistake.
Hey man, they wanted to do their own thing, and I can almost guarantee you that Activision was like, "Yo, come here, we'll nurture this child.
We won't make you make Halo games," and then that was enough.
And then bam, they broke out the belt and said, "Where are our earnings?"
Yeah.
Where are our earnings? Fucking daddy says, "Where's my fucking money?
Where's the
money?
fucking? Where's the picture of the guy in the van offering kids sweets, and one of the kids is Bungie looking at him, and it's Bobby Kotick and Activision Blizzard van offering candy.
Mean, yeah,
pretty much what.
Yeah.
Happened.
So I guess what is happening though, they're cutting all, like trimming a lot of stuff that isn't game related, but one of them being esports. Hence why HOTS is dead.
Yeah, I was actually going to say I saw a headline on Reddit yesterday or the day before that was like
dropping support for it.
Yeah.
It's also like there hasn't been. I mean, Blizzard hasn't run a tournament in months, and now viewership is down to like less than a few thousand, like maybe a few thousand for HOTS on average.
No.
It's like, oh, that game's pretty dead.
I'm not looking forward to what's going to happen in the near future for this.
Let's get a mobile game of StarCraft.
God,
that sounds fun.
I'll fucking dude.
You know what? They would do it. No. They would do it because remember how pissed I was about the Generals mobile game from EA? They found a way to fucking bastardize an RTS genre into a fucking mobile series. You think Activision Blizzard didn't see that and go, "Oh, StarCraft money.
Jesus.
We can do that too."
Oh my god! I figured they were just gonna fire the skeleton crew that's still fixing StarCraft 2, but
dude, why they don't cutting two people really doesn't hurt their margin that much.
God damn!
I mean, they could have those two people just copy Command and Conquer Mobile Edition for StarCraft and call it a day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But fucking roughly 800 people lost their jobs.
8%. That sucks.
That's so much.
I said it before the podcast, but I'll say it on air. Fucking, we're gonna have 50 new indie studios cropping up like in the next week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. One of the tertiary directors of the Diablo 1 is opening up his own indie studios called Big Devil Face Games. That's
dude, stop. That's too real. Stop it. Stop it. That's too real. You can't say that. He's listening.
I stole somebody's studio name. My bad.
God damn. That's too real.
Big Devil Face Game.
You can't say that. That's mean. It's too... No.
All right, moving on.
Moving on to this.
So we're gonna sandwich all this good news, bad news, and we're back to the good news again. So Sony announced some PlayStation Plus changes that are going live, I think, this week. The first of which is that they are increasing every PlayStation Plus subscriber's cloud storage up from 10 gigabytes to 100 gigabytes free of charge. But this does come with a I'm going to say it's a very minor cost to it. So as I know everyone this is coming as a shocker to most people, but it's time. Like the PlayStation 3 is now entering that stage in life where it's not a main console anymore. We need to start treating it like it's not a current gen console,
a legacy console.
Yeah, because the PS2 they just acknowledged is now a legacy console and stopped making new ones. But with the PS3 and Vita, they're dropping the monthly free game support on PlayStation Plus for it. Now I'm not gonna lie, I thought they dropped this a while ago. So this was a shocker to me. But I don't personally know a single person who's going to be pissed about that. Now, if you're a PlayStation 3 gamer who doesn't want to upgrade, but you're paying for PlayStation Plus and relying on these free games, I feel for you. But man,
you're one of three.
You're like one of three guys who's really milking that Plus subscribership for PS3.
They really are.
I mean, it's not surprising, really. So this is the kind of thing that has the potential to upset a lot of people who just get angry on the internet, and it looks like a bigger issue, but there's probably only a few hundred people who still use this.
Yeah, even with the outrage culture one, I have not seen a single person
this is too small for outrage culture.
Everyone is just like, okay, like what new PS3 games could they possibly give us for free this month?
This was a thing?
For real.
Speaking of Nani,
yeah,
there
let's
you go,
move
Freeman. I
on
set that up.
to-
That layup.
So here's the thing: you guys are all getting really weeby, so I never notice when it's directed at me, and you're not just making jokes that you think are funny. But regardless, that joke
fuck you.
falls deeply into the weeb shit. Let's get right into it with the most bizarre headline I can deliver. So
They're
when I
just
first-
trying to, like, literally at this point, the names are just fucking name generators on the internet, right?
So
Like, no one actually names these things; they just auto-generate.
So hold on. What Tim is referring to is a lot of light novels, which are like these short cash grab things that sometimes blow up, and they're having really dumb names. Like there was a show last year called "Traveling to Restaurants in Another World with My Smartphone," and that was
Or
a legit
Bunny Girl
title.
Senpai. Yeah, that was a
Rascal
pretty
was
stupid
dodging a
title.
Bunny Girl Senpai. Was it God's blessing upon this beautiful world or some shit? Was
Fuck
Konosuba.
Konosuba. Oh my god.
But they all have these odd names. But the next big, gonna make you cry, gonna get a 10 out of 10, not gonna win any awards in the United States movie is called "I Want to Eat Your Pancreas," which is it's based on like a phrase that's more common in the East. But the idea is that if someone's really sick, the idea is that if someone else like literally eats your pancreas, you'll get better. It's one of those superstitious things. But this is one of those sad movies about a girl who's sick, and the guy who meets her obviously doesn't want her to be sick anymore. I didn't get a chance to see this movie in theaters, but one of my friends who I know through meeting up at anime cons, he agrees with me on a lot of the sad anime movies from the last couple years, like Your Name or Silent Voice, and he was like, "This movie's fucking amazing." So I am looking into a way to see it. It may not be legal, but I want to see this movie.
Wait, why does the headline on here say hits U.S. theaters?
Because it hit U.S. theaters and I wasn't able to see it while it was
Oh,
in
it
theaters,
already happened.
Yeah, because it was a very limited release. This isn't.
Oh,
like,
is it like one of those 3-day things, like
it's
normally
one of those
for
like
anime?
it's one of those like one night things. Like this wasn't as big as Dragon
Fathom
Ball or
event.
Hero Academia. This was one of those. Here are 16 theaters who are showing it this Saturday. Either you see it
Oh
or you don't.
shit! You mentioned Dragon. Who was the? Was it? Which one of you hadn't seen Dragon Ball last week?
It's me, and I still haven't seen it.
Oh my fuck!
I've seen.
Can't even talk
I
about
had
how.
a really good reason why I didn't watch it.
Can't even talk about Broly's giant
There was
number.
a really good reason I didn't watch it. It was Kingdom Hearts 3. Anyway, moving on.
Oh yeah. Oh man, can't wait for the weeks about that one.
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
Yeah. So
I
stay in
can't
the
wait,
realm-
Tyler. You can wait.
Stay in the realm of anime movies. With the Bunny Girl Senpai movie got its release date announced, and it's going to hit Japan in June. We can expect that we might get a release 3 to 4 months after that. I don't have my hopes up,
good.
but the thing is, like, this was a huge hit. Crunchyroll knows how big this is. I wouldn't be surprised if they partnered for release, because now without Funimation as their partner, they need to do their own dabbling in certain places. Like they now have their own independent like dub support team who's hiring out other studios to do dubs for them. So they've branched out from that, and now they might see if they can get that movie release section going. But we'll find out.
Anyone putting more good anime movies out in the theaters is great.
Yeah, for real. More good stuff coming. So I wake up on, I think it was Sunday morning.
This was so funny.
And I'm very skeptical when it comes to fake news about anime, because for anyone who watched Attack on Titan in 2012, you'll know that like the day after it aired, there was an announcement that season 2 is coming in like a month, and then like 3 months went by, and it's like season 2 coming end of the year, and then you keep going. It's like season 2 definitely in the works eventually, tomorrow for sure. And this went on for 5 years, or no, 4 years. And so I'm always so skeptical of anime news, because for the most part, no one cites their sources and just starts spreading shit they hear. So we get a tweet out from this known leaker who says, we're getting Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2, and they link their sources to a Spanish Crunchyroll article that's linking back to the leaker to a tweet that they deleted because it was inaccurate. So it's this chain of bad news rebroadcasting.
This sounds like that shit from...
It's just like Bill Ted 3 that I talked about.
Yeah, okay.
But then we finally got official confirmation when the new volume of the manga dropped on Monday morning that yes, this is a real announcement. Yes, season 2 is happening. But we don't have any details about whether it is still going to be Kyoto Animation, which might mean another studio who's not quite as good works on it. But regardless...
Oh, right. They're the ones who did Violet.
Yes.
I finally recognize that name now.
Yes, now you'll forever remember them. But I'm really hoping to come back for it. They are a studio of passion, and it really shows in all their shows. But moving on to the spiciest news this week. This one's fresh out of the gate from this morning. Jump Forces, the Shonen Jump crossover game that looks a lot like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, which I'm excited for, is coming out this Friday. But they leaked part of this trailer, and one of the fights opens with Deku versus Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. And Deku's opening line, the second he sees Piccolo's, "Oh my god, you're a villain. Wait, hold on." So he immediately assumes that Piccolo is evil. So the internet jumps up and says, "Does this mean Deku's racist?"
Oh my god, no.
Because let's be real here. No one wanted to say it, but we all know it. Like, Piccolo's black.
Piccolo is black.
Let's be real here. Piccolo's black.
Next to Mr. Popo, he is the darkest dude.
Like, actually.
Actually, on that show. And it's funny. Nope, I'm not going to say it.
Right.
I can't say it. I can't say it.
So the reason it makes sense is Piccolo's the only, like, non-human looking character in the show. So it can be assumed that Deku thinks he has a quirk. And why would Deku be fighting anyone with a quirk but a villain? That's the actual rationale for it. But no, Deku's totally racist against Namekians, and we should boycott this game because of that.
Yeah.
Good. Fuck those.
Yeah, good.
Antenna-having motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Regrowing their limbs and shit.
Dude, this is
unnatural. We gotta kill him.
Too ridiculous, though. Like, come on, man.
I know. I saw the headline. I thought it was a joke, and then I saw really serious things. I'm like, wow, people.
I'm glad I didn't click on it. I don't want to even give the click. I don't even want to give a click to a shitty website.
They don't deserve a
fucking.
Like that.
Fuck off.
It inspired me to maybe actually purchase this game.
Jesus, out of pure spite.
No, just because it forced me to watch the new trailer where they showed off all the characters who were announced since, and I forgot how big the lineup got. Now it looks really good.
Nah, can't care about this game. Looks dumb.
Fresh
take, not series. Fresh at all.
Oh my god. Anyway, moving off of this hate train. The
hate train.
Yeah, you're hating on this game that might be good.
You don't even think it's definitely gonna be good.
Look, it might be good. You don't know. You can't say that.
Freeman, no one is definite about this being good. That's a problem.
Nope.
I don't look, man. Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 is great, but like 3 and 4 use the same comments and they suck because of dumb changes they made. This is a chance to fix it. This could be a good game. This isn't.
But this game looks terrible.
Okay, so
like, I mean, no, that's not even like an. Like,
no, I agree with you. I'm going to
use this dumb.
I'm going to use this as an opportunity to transition slightly. So I'm almost done with Kingdom Hearts 3, and I finally settled on what the big issue with Kingdom Hearts is. It's that anime hair doesn't look good in realistic HD.
Wait. Are you broaching the topic? Because
no, I'm not. I'm just talking about anime hair rendered in 3D.
Okay, good.
So, like, Sora's hair, they tweaked it a little bit. Like, he has his original hair in the prologue, and then they switch his hair to look more realistic. But then you get to some characters like Axel, or you get to literally any of the villains, and they like still try and keep each of the strands animated, but it's very triangular, and you just start to realize that anime hair doesn't look good in like cell shaded format.
Freeman, you're getting dangerously close to this discussion.
No, I'm not. Stop acting like I am, because I'm just talking about rendering anime hair in 3D. Because one of the big points I saw with this game is that they're not using cell shading like they had originally announced. And you look at how Deku looks in all these trailers, and his hair looks fucking retarded because they're trying to keep the style the same, but it looks really dumb when you render hair like that.
Yo, remember we had a short lesson on rendering.
Yeah, we actually talked about this just before the podcast, and it turns out that it's it's hard to do hair. But with Kingdom Hearts 3, for some characters to do it, like anyone who has long hair, like Kairi, and even sort of a bit of Riku, they do have real hair physics. But for anyone who follows Tetsuya Nomura's design philosophy from 2001 to 2005, where everyone's got spiky shit flying in all directions, that does not look well when you try and redraw it in HD without trying to do hair physics. It just looks like a blocky wig.
Hell yeah!
So how anime wigs look in real life? You mean?
Yes. If you exactly,
they always look like total shit.
You can't do photorealistic anime hair, and that's probably like the big design problem people have with this game, especially when you find out Yugi Moto is a playable character.
Oh Jesus,
that hair looks ridiculous when it made 3D. Anyway,
moving on.
Reddit was very happy that they got to host an AMA with one of the producers from Rising of the Shield Hero. So this guy works with Kadokawa to put together the different production studios for different shows. He's worked on a lot of shit in the past. People came in and asked him a bunch of questions, and I'm just going to give you the two things that stuck out for me from the AMA is, one, he was completely unaware that there was any sort of controversy surrounding Shield Hero in the West. He's like, I'm not sure what this controversy you're referring to is, but we haven't heard anything about it.
Good. Good.
In
good.
Eastern countries, the whole episode 1, no one batted an eye at this.
I mean,
That
they don't
is-
have the same shit going on.
Yeah, but like no one reacted to it. I think it's insane because you saw article after article here about that first.
Yeah,
episode,
because that's what sells here, and it fucking blows.
It does.
Blows chunks.
But
The flip side of that is it's impossible to watch that shit without getting a fucking blood pressure problem.
Yes. And that's why I
Holy
like
shit.
it. I like getting
know,
angry.
Dude,
it reminds me
no,
of
no,
them
no, no.
alive.
We'll talk about it more at the end, but this week of Shield Hero was so refreshing because there was no major blood pumping issues this week.
Yeah.
It was so refreshing to not almost have a heart attack.
I can calm down just a little bit.
I don't
Just give
know.
me
It opened with what's her face on screen. I already started getting like pre-angry in the first minute.
Dude,
and then I calmed
but
down
then
real
the one line that just diffuses the whole thing and is just like the biggest middle finger. It's so great. We can finally leave here. Yay!
Anyway, so I should have said 3 things. So the second thing, and this one's really, really important, because I see a lot of people throwing around that, giving money to Crunchyroll doesn't really impact the industry. And this is this like prevailing rumor that no one will stop talking about on the anime subreddits when they try and get people to use illegal sites. But the point is, Crunchyroll had a big hand in the production committee for this show. And one of the things that the guy they were doing the AMA with said is that forming the production committee is the hardest part. And having someone from outside who's willing to fund it, regardless of all the Japanese bullshit, means they're able to do a lot more than they previously could. And he went to specify that the money that they make from like Western distribution is actually like really significant. Enough to get them to greenlight a show that would otherwise not succeed because a Western entity is involved in funding. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I want everyone.
That means Overlord Season 4, baby!
No, get the fuck out of here.
God. Get the fuck out of
But
here.
it means that like the funding that they get from these sites matter. Like if you want, like everyone always says, like you gotta let your money talk for you, and everyone always says the best way to do is just buy shit directly from Japan, like buy Blu-rays with no subtitles, buy your figures from Japan. But the fact of the matter here is your Crunchyroll money actually does matter. So don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And the last thing, because this guy's on a bunch of different production committees. They asked him what the deals with certain shows and what their status is. And people said, "What's the deal with RE0 Season 2?" And he answered straight up, "No comment." So everyone's really scared there. Then they asked, "What about Konosuba Season 3?" And he said, "If this movie does really well, you're gonna get a Season 3, but it has to do well." So he straight up said that, and he's on the production committee for Konosuba. So everyone got kind of nervous, and everyone's like, "All right, well, is this thing coming out in the U.S. or what?"
No one goes see this movie.
Yeah. And then the last one was they asked about the anime that got me started down this weeb shit, Haruhi Suzumiya, which has been this like indefinite hiatus for a long time. But it's one of those classic shows that has insane amount of popularity. And they asked, "Are you making another season?" He's like, "I really want to, but there's no telling what's happening with that series." So he straight up said that he wants to, but it's really big. I don't expect anything to happen, but I'm more butthurt that he wouldn't say anything about RE0 Season 2, given how popular it is. But that was the big takeaway from his AMA.
They can only work on so many anime at a single time.
Right.
Oh, they can work on a shit ton. Kadokawa doesn't actually fund that much, even though they publish like every fucking light novel in the universe. Anyway, real fast.
That is really cool to know, though, that watching things like on Crunchyroll does actually matter.
Oh, it does. Like people don't realize, like, so Crunchyroll threw out their numbers. I don't know if it's 8 million or hold on. How many Crunchyroll subscribers? Let's find out.
8? What? That seems crazy.
Worldwide. Keep in mind, Crunchyroll's a worldwide company.
That's fair.
Oh no, sorry. It was 2 years ago they passed 1 million. But I think
that's way. That's less.
Anyway, so imagine if all 1 million paid users use the most economic option of $5 a month. That's $5 million a month that Crunchyroll is paying to their staff, but also into these projects. That's some money. I would like some of that money.
Decent change.
Crunchyroll, you should sponsor our podcast so I could put you in the commercial break. Anyway,
yeah, right. Yeah.
Real quick, rapid fire some stream announcements. Persona 5, the finale, in OVA form is expected to come out March 23rd. This should recap the last part of the game. They're going to squeeze a ton of shit into a 45-minute OVA, and it's going to suck. But if you play Persona 5, you're going to love this.
We missed one.
What?
There's the All Might OVA.
What? When is there news about it?
There's an All Might OVA coming out. The Rising of All Might is coming out tomorrow.
What?
At least in Japan. I don't know.
Freeman.
Right,
all I saw.
You're not gonna be able to legally watch this, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, no, of course not. But I saw the headline that it's launching tomorrow. Freeman is frantically researching.
He's like, no, I must see.
Oh, it's only on the Japanese DVD.
Damn.
It'll be on the internet before too long and fan subbed.
Supposedly.
Give it 48 hours.
That's illegal. Anyway, moving on. Legal streams. One of the shows that Luigi and I love, Chunibyo. High Dive is getting the movie. This is actually really rare for you to hear about streaming exclusive services getting these movies. But again, anime movies are becoming more popular to bring to the US. So this is finally coming out. I got Luigi the Blu-ray because there was no sign of this ever being on a streaming service. Now I feel ripped off. Because any High Dive content, I believe it comes as part of your VRV subscription now. If you have Crunchyroll, or no, just if you have VRV, you get High Dive. So if you have it, it's gonna be on there. Translation: Luigi doesn't need my Blu-ray anymore. But the last thing I want to bring in terms of streams is, as we all know, Funimation and Crunchyroll had their big divorce a couple months ago. But Hulu announced this week that they are getting the anime Steins Gate, Fairy's Hill, Code Geass, Outlaw Star, and Drifters, all of which are current properties of Funimation. So we're seeing that Sony and Funimation have decided that they're going to the Hulu camp. Which can be okay. The only problem is I really don't like the way Hulu subtitles look.
Yeah, I don't like their commercials.
Okay, well, if you pay for the the biggest account, you don't get commercials except unless you watch like Grey's Anatomy and 4 other shows that don't matter.
Yeah, true.
Well,
I'm watching their I'm watching their one show, Runaways, based off the Marvel comic.
Is it good?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that
takes place in the Marvel universe. Yeah, that and Cloak and Dagger. That's on fucking some other shit. I don't know what Crackler or whatever. Some shit no one uses.
Oh man, that website.
Yeah, Code Geass is good though, and Outlaw Stir is awesome.
Hey, look, right on my desk is still unsealed, so that I know I have to watch it someday. I did take the wrapping off.
Yes.
But Freeman's Blu-ray of Code Geass.
Oh yeah, of Code Geass.
That he got me for fucking Christmas, so that I had to watch Code Geass past the first episode that Val and I watched.
It's worth
And then right next to it is my Cowboy Bebop DVD from my birthday last year. That I still need to fucking watch past episode 1 of that too.
I believe you're now noticing a trend in what I give people for presents.
I would watch that shit again. I would watch
Cowboy
that shit
Bebop?
again. Yeah, I mean, I would watch that every day.
Look, I get that it's
day.
super duper good, but like, there's only limited time in the week to not watch stuff.
But you
Val.
rewatch fucking anime and all that other shit.
I don't. I haven't rewatched any in months. Tyler, do you realize that we rewatched Food Wars and fuck? She doesn't watch jack shit.
No, she watches The Office.
She's worthless in anime. Yeah, I don't rewatch The Office nearly as much as she fucking does.
Oh, Lord.
Tyler, you realize Val told her to watch an anime that was 6 episodes and that's how long it is, right, Freeman? Laid Back?
No, it's 12.
12? Okay, either way, the easiest anime to watch on the fucking planet, Laid Back Camp. And Leslie's like, no, man, I don't want to.
I'm aware.
I'll tell Val that I'll watch it and then never watch it because fuck anything that's
Ultimate betrayal.
I'm still trying to watch Space Dandy, though.
I'm just gonna fucking, next time we're home, I'm just gonna show Leslie my fucking phone background finally and just be like, oh, whoops, I guess I just assumed sometime in your life you'd have watched this shit.
Damn.
Wait,
it wouldn't phase
It's the fucking, it's the picture of All Might at the end of his biggest fight.
Oh.
Remember?
I would have assumed you watched this already.
Yeah. What, Freeman?
It's not it's your turn next, it's the celebration, right?
It's the when he muscles back up to do the big pose and it does the pan up. Yeah.
I love that. I mean, I never saw it.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait.
Oh,
no one heard anything.
Keep that on the DL, Tyler. Leslie might listen. Nah, she doesn't.
I'm so far behind.
Gonna listen an hour into this week's episode, of course.
Yeah,
Tyler's like, what do you got? All Might fights what? All Might's never fought anything past Noma.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
We got within 2 episodes and she didn't fucking watch it. It's so bad.
No.
We're gonna make her watch the movie next time we all meet up, though.
No,
Yes.
there's no point. There's no point. There's
There's
no
no-
point because
there
she
is no
doesn't give a
point.
shit. She'll just
There is no
literally
point.
complain about it the whole time and bring the whole thing down. It happened last time.
If it ain't The Office.
It's literally what happened when we did that last time we were in New Jersey, when we all forced her to watch My Hero and she was on her phone the whole time, and all of the rest of us were like, yeah, this is still great, and she's like, I don't know,
This makes me
reading
angry.
hurts my eyes.
She claims she likes the series, though, right?
Yeah.
But
Does she
Freeman, I get
actually, though?
anxiety from watching things I like somehow.
She does.
Tyler, fuck you.
What? No, I'm for
That's-
like
I feel like you're enabling her.
no,
You're
I'm not.
enabler.
I'm not. Enabler. Dude, it's no.
Did
It's
you guys
bad.
just watch a new show? Like,
What
was it the
Brooklyn
other day?
Nine-Nine? That's what we're watching.
That's not
just
a
The
stressful
Office,
show
you're
in the
right.
slightest.
No, you're
It's
right.
not.
I thought I remembered an anime. No, well, you guys finished something on Netflix that you guys powered through when we were all gonna do D&D or something.
I
What
was
was it?
watching The Punisher.
I thought you said you were watching it with Leslie.
Yeah,
I
The
don't think it was
Punisher.
Punisher, but I thought there was some. How is that not more stressful
What?
than My Hero?
Yo, because no, dude, My Hero is tough. Punisher's
What
like,
did you what?
I can't believe what I'm
Alright.
hearing.
what are you talking about? Yo, dude, it makes me cry, but I love it.
Wow, yeah, that's exactly. How is that tough?
It's tough, man, because I cannot see through my tears, Tim. It's difficult.
Oh my god, you shouldn't watch.
It's hard. Just
Tyler,
like
you should-
Shield Hero, I can't see past all the red.
Yeah, that okay. I
I
thought you were gonna
can't
say
see
tears
it.
for a second. I'm like, yeah, the red is definitely Shield Hero.
The red, like I can't see past it. Everything's in a red hue. I hate it.
Dude, this
1
week
out of
is
10
helping heal.
unwatchable.
This week is healing.
this week
healing
this week was healing. It was.
He won
It
the
was
race. Nothing bad happened.
Deep
Like,
down inside, I'm secretly hoping that Shield Hero just gets me so fucking salty tomorrow. I like secretly hope this.
dude, but you know what the real catharsis is? Wednesday, fucking get pissed off at Shield Hero. 5 more days, new slime comes out. Oh, let's make more friends in slime. That's all we do is make
Very-
fucking best friends.
Very opposite
Every
ends of
episode.
the transport in
every-
the world genre.
Freeman,
Nah.
I'm sad you didn't watch the newest episode of Slime.
No, I'm gonna probably watch both of them right after this.
Oh, you didn't even watch the other last
No,
week's?
I had a long week.
It's amazing how like every other episode of Slime is like, oh look, let's be friends. Let's sign a non-aggression pact with these guys. Oh, let's make a treaty. We're all friends here. Like, hell, you remember the end of the Orc Lord?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
what happens? The Orc Lord dies, and 3 seconds later, all the orcs are like, we just want to be friends with you.
This is.
If
It's
only
fucking
politics
great.
works this way.
Slime is like the example of, hey, we just met. We have no reason to be pissed at each other, so let's just be buddies.
Yeah, I'm
Like, why
playing
not?
Civilization
Speaking-
on a pacifist run.
Speaking of, hey, we just met, but I want to touch your butt. Vig
All right.
Mag.
Oh, you son of a
I'm
bitch.
closing the door on the Weeps with the final story this week. So last week we gave you the hot take about what's going on with Vic Mignogna and the sexual harassment allegations. This week, a lot of shit happened. A lot of people from within the industry came forward and said that he has harassed them. Funimation starts an internal investigation. They announced this morning that as a result of the internal investigation, they are cutting ties with Vic Mignogna. And I was shocked to see this. I'm not shocked about the results. I was shocked about the way it was delivered to me because Anime News Network said that Funimation fires Vic from anime was the head title. And I'm like, or it's the title line. And I'm like, they fired him from anime? Like, can they do that?
What's the council of...
do
I want to
that?
know. I want to know what council of anime can just fire someone from anime forever.
It's the Academy, but anime.
Yeah, exactly.
The Film Academy.
He's effectively blacklisted from working on anime. That said, he might do what the New York 4Kids dubbing group does in their free time, where they take on aliases and dub hentai. So there's no telling what he'll do next.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah,
I believe it.
So Dan Green, the voice of Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Knuckles the Echidna from Sonic, is famous for doing hentai as a side project. And it's very obvious when he's in one of these things. Because it's Dan Green doesn't do a good job of hiding his voice. And the problem is he also delivers it like he's doing a fucking like Knuckles the Echidna voice. So a lot of times, the only reason I know this is because there's a ton of panels that they use in the internet. They kind of like poorly dubbed hentai, and you laugh at them. and so many of them are just Dan Green giving these shitty ass voice lines.
Amazing. That's
So there's no
amazing.
telling if Vic Mignogna might go down that route. But
He's gonna have to.
point is, after what I've heard, it's inexcusable what Vic has done. Regardless of his con appearances, apparently he did enough that Funimation HR said we can't keep this person as an employee. And people may bitch and moan about how, evidence innocence till proven guilty, that's all in the court. But the fact of the matter is, if your HR tells you you have to leave, its company makes the rules. It's not like a legal precedence kind of thing. So that's that. Case closed. What happened happened.
Like the anime.
Like the anime.
Like that, yeah.
Oh,
case
case
closed.
closed.
Hey!
You said case. I'm like the anime. Like, what anime has ever given us a conclusive ending? And I'm like, oh no, he's talking about the title of the show.
Sorry, adjust glasses. Detective Conan.
But speaking of conclusive endings, that's it for the Weeeb shit.
Well, there we have
That's
it.
a beautiful cut.
Do we want to even take a break, or do we just want to jump into the topic because it's already 9:30?
I'm trying to talk about
take a break.
Anime titties.
So I forgot what we were originally going to talk about. So when I was writing my notes earlier, I wrote that our topic was going to be Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball HD Remastered Definitive Edition VR DLC Review Part 7.
I mean, if you want that to be our topic, I guess it could be our topic.
Our actual topic was predatory practices in modern gaming.
Right.
Yes. I thought that pause was our break for a second.
Then we'll do that.
No. Okay, we will do that.
Now's the break.
Right after this break. And we're back.
Oh man, we went overtime.
Unfortunately, during the break, we got off on a tangent talking about our D&D games going on right now. So we're gonna, for podcast recording constraints, we're gonna have to push Freeman's.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Next week.
I can never come up with a topic that unless we're doing it like live, because otherwise I know my topic is going to be next on the chopping block to constantly have to get pushed. But regardless,
I don't have any connections on.
We're gonna just cover our weeks real quick. I'll actually go first so that I'm more incentivized to hurry, because last week I took way too long and I'm very sorry about that. 2 LPs finishing. What the fuck is it? The Battlefront 2 LP. The live stream finale for that is going to be on Monday, February 18th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, live on YouTube at my channel. There's a Discord in the link that I created. I created a Timpedia Discord. It's in the description of episodes 4, 5, and 6 of Battlefront 2. It's going to be live streamed multiplayer of the Steam version of that game. Anyone's welcome. In the game or in the Discord. It's just a public link. It's already a shit show. I saw a few people chatting in there and throwing memes around like crazy already. So
hell yeah, there we go.
I wouldn't spend time in that Discord, but I also wouldn't. I'm going to be in there for voice chat. That's February Monday 18th. It's President's Day, and because I have off work, so at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, that's when that live stream is going to be. Republic Commando is finishing up in the next few days. Season 2. Gonna start Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I've actually been playing a shit ton of this in the last few days. It's another Tomb Raider game. It's almost identical to the other two, which means I like it. It's not like earth-shattering, but it's fun. I'm glad I got it on sale. And I had one of the most incredible old game getting to run experiences last night. I edited Windows registry files.
That's
to
how
fucking
you know.
get
the
PC version of Battle for Naboo, which I didn't even know was on PC. I thought it was an N64 exclusive. Apparently there's a PC version, and I had to edit registry files to get it to run on 64-bit Windows 10. But I got the game working, and I'm gonna start recording that this weekend. I'm so fucking excited to finally play this game again. It was the weirdest experience ever. I had to change. So this game, you have to do registry codes to get it to run on a Windows 7 and up. I had to mount a virtual disk because, spoilers, I don't have a disk copy of this game. I had to mount the virtual disk. I had to copy certain files to my PC to get it to run. And I had to change the refresh rate on my monitor because the vehicles wouldn't accelerate if I didn't have a 60 hertz or less refresh rate.
God damn.
And somehow after all that, my Xbox controller works like a joystick. I didn't have to do anything.
Just icing on the cake.
It was like, how the fuck does this happen? Anyway, I'm crazy excited. I've been wanting to do this game again. I was trying to get an emulator version working. Apparently this and like Rogue Squadron are notoriously unemulatable. There's some bullshit going on, but like the only person who has it has a Patreon that you have to pay to get their emulator add-on or some graphics driver or something. Then I found the PC version, all this hex editing. Oh, it's crazy. I'm going to play the game. That's going to be the other LP with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but it's so short, it'll probably be like 2 sessions, and then maybe I'll start like Dishonored 2 or one of the other games I bought. I don't know. Other than that, not much else going on. I'm currently in the middle of selling off like 99% of my Magic cards to get money and to try to get money, like Magic money, but I'm just tired of having I'm tired of having binders full of cards I'm never going to play, so I'm trying to sell them on TCG Player to buy cards I'll actually use. But yeah, that's about it. So lots of different games. It's really fun. I also got the itch to install Oblivion again, so maybe I'll do that in the near future because I fucking love that game. Anyway, that was quicker, right? That was like 5 minutes.
It wasn't too long.
That's good.
Who wants to go next?
Friedman, I'll give it to you. Yeah, there you go.
So last couple weeks I've actually been playing a lot of Magic Arena. I threw in the $20 to start playing Sealed, and I was doing really well. I went not quite infinite, but in 2 Sealed events I made back the exact amount I put in. So I just kept playing Sealed until I had a really bad pool. And thanks to all the packs I open, I have enough wild cards to build the competitive deck I actually want to play. So I'm really playing Magic Arena a lot more, kind of squeezing a game here or there when I can't actually sit down and play Kingdom Hearts 3, which took up a majority of this last week. Just to let...
Mini topic alert.
No, it's not. You keep hyping this up. I'm keeping it real short. So...
Tyler also.
I already told, and he'll talk about it during his week, but this is my week. I can talk about what I did. So I was telling Tyler on Sunday I was just playing through the game, and I got to what I assume is pretty much the final part of the game, and it was almost 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, on a Sunday night I can't go into the end of Kingdom Hearts and then beat it and then be an emotional train wreck and then watch all the conspiracy theory videos on YouTube till 5 in the morning and then attempt to go into the office. So I'm like, no, I can't play the ending now. So instead I spent 2 hours doing all the side quest shit until I finally got the essentially like the final weapon in the game, the ultimate weapon. Oh boy, it was worth all that extra effort for it. It's really cool. So 12:30 I stopped. I've finished all the side shit I want in this game. All I have left is the final bosses, all the cutscenes, all the feels, and I'm prepared for it. The problem is, I don't know when I'm going to have free time until this weekend. So I'm sitting here like, I really want to play it. And YouTubers are spamming spoiler shit everywhere. I'm trying to like avoid watching anything. It's getting hard. I just want to play this game. And that's going to be me until next week. In the meantime, I've finished up some anime that I've been like dragging my heels on. I had like 1 episode left on a bunch of them. So I finished 2 different idol shows. I finished Love Live Season 2 and I finished Zombieland Saga, which Luigi really loves. So I got both those off my list. I now have room to pick up like another show to watch at night before I go to sleep. The question is, am I going to pick up this trash show I've been thinking about watching called How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, or am I going to watch something legitimate?
Oh shit, that's been on my Crunchyroll list forever, ever since it was on Mother's Basement.
Yeah, it's a trash anime, and I can't wait to watch it. But in terms of other stuff, depending on how early I meet up with my friends on Friday, we might watch the Broly movie together, and I'm trying to squeeze in the Violet Evergarden OVA over the weekend. But that's pretty much
I really
it.
hope you watch that, because I've had there's
a
song in that I have been listening to like I've been listening to soundtracks at work because I've actually been working lately and I can't just watch videos. But I've also been listening to the song. There's a song in that's really fucking good. So I'm excited to hear you talk about that OVA.
Yeah, no, I liked Violet Evergarden when it was airing. I just need to sit down and actually watch it. But that's it for my week.
I'm pretty sure the OVA is like normal episode length too. So
that's really short then. I might be able to squeeze that in before I start How Not to Summon a Trash Anime Lord.
All right, Tyler, what about you?
Well,
what's your Kingdom Hearts take?
Well, I loaned the game off to a friend because I'm not playing it anymore.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I don't like it. That's it.
The words have been said.
And that's all I've got to say about that. I mean, I could go more in depth on it, like not now, obviously, but like, if Freeman and I want to do like a little mini topic or at some point, or have our own discussion, our own
We're kind of talking on the
podcast.
side. Like, I'm not offended that you don't like it. I know exactly why you don't like it, because you don't like the same things that I don't like about it. It's just a question of how much does it impact each of us.
Exactly.
You a lot more than it is me. Like, I'm really forgiving for bad shit in games, and I'm aware of that. And I completely understand, like, if something's game breaking for someone else. So,
and there are like things that I do enjoy about the game. And like I said, I can get into that too as well. But like it wasn't enough for me to play. Actually, it's gonna sound really damning, but this is kind of how I felt like playing Resident Evil 6 for the first time. Right? Oof. I was very hyped, very anticipated.
It didn't meet what you.
It didn't. Like, it didn't meet what I expected, and I was like, you know what? This is not what I'm looking for right now. Maybe later on, I'll pick it up and finish the rest of it. But right now, it's not what I'm looking for.
Damn.
Yeah, like,
that's wild.
Yeah, there are things I could talk about, but like I said, later on. But that's just my thing right now. So I'm probably gonna go back to playing Resident Evil 2 for a little bit more.
Hell yeah.
Because I've been kind of itching to play in that, but I've been busy, so I'm gonna try to play that. There's a gun show this weekend. I'm going to that. Yeah, that's nice. I'm trying to finish up this short D&D thing that I have been doing with a couple other players that I've been playing with. So I'm doing that, and that's. Oh yeah, then just getting ready to move. Still.
Oh yeah.
Gotta.
Very nearly there. It's what, 2 weeks from Friday is the end of the month. So.
Oof! Don't talk. Oh, funny story. This is a good one, listeners. You'll like this little bit of drama. So as these guys know, I've had issues with my landlord, and him and I really aren't the biggest fans of each other. But I'm not like above like, hey man, like if you need whatever, if you need to talk to me, like it's fine. But this dude, I pull up yesterday into the driveway, and I'm sitting there talking to my friend on the phone, and I see his truck pull up, and he doesn't get out. He's like looking out the back window, looking for it, looking out the back window, looking for it. I'm like, I'm going to wait to see if he gets out. He doesn't. I get out. I look at him more. He's looking back, and he's not doing anything. He's not getting out of the truck. I walk into the house, right? And I immediately go to the side window. That's when he gets out of the truck.
Oh my God.
To get his shit and then leave. I was like, wow.
What the hell?
Wow. It's wild. Like, I was like, that's actually crazy. And it's funny too, because I had a piece of mail that he needs that accidentally got delivered to the house.
Whoops.
Yeah, whoops.
Man, these landlords being afraid of Namekians. What the hell?
That's what I'm saying. Do you know what? Namekians are just like everybody else, man. We just regrow limbs. We have antennas. I just don't understand what the problem is. And so we confuse with each other, all right? It's whatever, right? Just because it's different doesn't mean it's scary. But that being said, that's my week. That's what I'm going through. And I'm ready to come back next week and talk about it all over again. With my friends.
Aw.
My buddies.
I can't believe you describe our listeners like that.
Yo, you are all my neighbors. Ugly
Get that
cry.
Mr. Rogers shit.
Ugly cry.
Out of here. Ugly cry. All right, well, we're gonna just end it here, cause fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are out of time.
Go play Rainbow Six. So, no. But thank you all very much for listening. We'll be back. We should be back next week. There's no giant game releases coming out to stop us this time. So,
all right.
Next week we should be back. Hopefully with more news than we had this week, and maybe an actual topic. Because oh my God, this felt like, even though we went on for a while as always, still not a lot happening in the world. But that's okay, because sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's nice.
Yeah, right.
But thank you all so much for listening. My name's Timpedia.
I'm Friedman.
And I'm just Tyler.
And we will catch you guys next week. Thanks for listening.